Welcome to the Matrix, the land of the fakers. Down that rabbit hole where all they do is play tricks. Welcome to the Matrix, the sacrifice you be. Third eye wide open, yeah. I just cannot fake it. Welcome to the Matrix, the land of the fakers. Down that rabbit hole where all they do is play tricks. Welcome to the Matrix, the sacrifice you be. Third eye wide open, yeah. I just cannot fake it. This is an illusion. Where you make conclusions. Their idea of winning, my idea of losing. Their idea of living, my idea of cooning. I'm living life awakened. I can see them snoozing. Living in a land children aren't safe. Posters on the wall. This is a disgrace. Leader, leader, leader. We need to be our leader. Chasing down a whiz when he's just a deceiver. It's all in your hands. Don't let them mislead you. United we stand. Divided we are weak, yeah. Give me my land. Give me my sovereignty, yeah. Please just let me be. Welcome to the Matrix, the land of the fakers. Down that rabbit hole where all they do is play tricks. Welcome to the Matrix, the sacrifice you be. Third eye wide open, yeah. I just cannot fake it. Welcome to the Matrix, the land of the fakers. Down that rabbit hole where all they do is play tricks. Welcome to the Matrix, the sacrifice you be. Third eye wide open, yeah. I just cannot fake it.
I'm taking back my free. Ain't nothing done about me. We all in this together, man. The war on sovereignty. We cannot wait for saving when the savior's enemy. Stop waiting on the savior when your savior's enemy. I'm getting rid of master. I'm tired of his rule. I'm tired of all the hate. He done fucked up our school. I'm finished with the tech and people sick from the foods. I'm over all the lies and I'm done being fooled. All I need is ascension. Bowing myself, wholeness, progress. All I need is ascension. Balance, wholeness, progress.
Welcome to the Matrix, the land of the fakers. Down that rabbit hole where all they do is play tricks. Welcome to the Matrix, the sacrifice you be. Third eye wide open, yeah. I just cannot fake it.
Man, listen, it's your girl BeeChougie back like I never left before, here to shine a little light on the dark ass situation, man. I want to hear that song again too. Can you run that back for me one more time, please? Welcome to the Matrix. Me and my son just dropped that yesterday.
Welcome to the Matrix, the land of the fakers. Down that rabbit hole where all they do is play tricks. Welcome to the Matrix, the sacrifice you be. Third eye wide open, yeah. I just cannot fake it. Welcome to the Matrix, the land of the fakers. Down that rabbit hole where all they do is play tricks. Welcome to the Matrix, the sacrifice you be. Third eye wide open, yeah. I just cannot fake it. This is an illusion. Where you make conclusions. Their idea of winning, my idea of losing. Their idea of living, my idea of cooning. I'm living life awakened. I can see them snoozing. Living in a land children aren't safe. Posters on the wall. This is a disgrace. Leader, leader, leader. We need to be our leader. Chasing down a whiz when he's just a deceiver. It's all in your hands. Don't let them mislead you. United we stand. Divided we are weak, yeah. Give me my land. Give me my sovereignty, yeah. Please just let me be. Welcome to the Matrix, the land of the fakers. Down that rabbit hole where all they do is play tricks. Welcome to the Matrix, the sacrifice you be. Third eye wide open, yeah. I just cannot fake it. sacrifice you be. Tear that wide open, yeah. I just cannot fake it.
I'm taking back my free. Ain't nothing done about me. We all in this together, man. A war on sovereignty. We cannot wait for saving when the savior's enemy. Not waiting on the savior when your savior's enemy. I'm getting rid of master. I'm tired of his rule. I'm tired of all the hate. He done fucked up our school. I'm finished with the tech and people sick from the foods. I'm over all the lies and I'm done being fooled. All I need is a sunshine. Bowing my soul. Wholeness. Progress. All I need is a sunshine. Balance. Wholeness. Progress.
Welcome to the matrix, the land of the fakers. Down that rabbit hole where all they do is play tricks. Welcome to the matrix, the sacrifice you be. Tear that wide open, yeah. I just cannot fake it. Welcome to the matrix, the land of the fakers. Down that rabbit hole where all they do is play tricks. Welcome to
Yeah, man. So we back. I was gone for a couple weeks. Had a bunch of things to do. We knocked out a pop-up shop. We had a pop-up shop with all the melanated-owned businesses. I don't even care if you're melanated or not. If you got a small business and you want to come through and kick it with the cool kids, come on, man. Come get the money with us. I don't see colors. You know what I'm saying? I don't see colors and all that bullshit. But,
Of course.
man, we got Smart Man in the building. Y'all need to understand. Before every show, I always go to Smart Man because he's normally out chilling, in the studio. And I say, give me a topic for the day or something, because he knows every goddamn thing that's going on. And
Not
he's
quite.
been aware for a very long time. How long have you been aware, Smart Man,
Well, where what?
of
that's
everything,
a
of
very-
all the shenanigans
Well,
and the debauchery?
I mean, it's like a cultural way of life. I don't know much, A lot of times they say a wise man say he don't know much.
Oh,
But I've
okay.
been around. I just been soldiering through a lot of so-called betterment for our people. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
How long have you been? Had that been all your life?
Well, it went back far since I was like a teenager, basically.
Well, that's deep because I often wonder, man. I just became aware, consciously aware. I've been, always been hip that shit wasn't right, but I just became consciously aware of all of this shit about 2 years ago. And it hit me like a ton of bricks.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it hit me, Smart Man, I literally woke up like kicking and screaming. Like I woke up from a nightmare. And I wanted to tell everybody, like, listen, this is fucked up. Y'all need to understand what's going on. And then I watched the movie They Lived, where he put these sunglasses on and he can see all the reptilians and the shapeshifters and all this shit for what it was. And he kept on trying to get his homie to put the glasses on and he wouldn't take them. He didn't want to. He wasn't ready. And I had to get there where I realized that everybody's just not going. Some people's not getting it yet, and some people will never. Although this is the great awakening we're in right now, and a lot of people are waking up, some people just won't get it. So you had to endure that all your life where you trying to tell motherfuckers, no, man. And they probably looking at you like you crazy as fuck because that's how they do me now. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they don't want to hear it. So they rather say, oh, you crazy because they don't want to have to deal with it. So how was that growing up and,
Well, that's interesting. That's an interesting question. But I can say initially I came out of like a gang culture. So what initially sparked my interest was the Nation of Islam, the order that they had that was real prevalent at the time that I was a youth. And I was transitioning, the city was transitioning from gangs to betterment for our people. And I heard a message from the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and that was the only thing that could stop me from gang warring at the time.
Oh, okay.
Because that's why that was the culture to me, and it was definitely in my household with my older brothers, and I happened to be the youngest one. So it definitely, trickled down to me, and it was a way of life.
Okay.
And I took it very serious, and my brothers and them had stopped in like '69, but we was young, so we
Sheesh.
just started. I mean, that was
69. Good Lord, I was born in '79, so you was already at it 10 years prior to me even waking
no. I
up,
wasn't.
being
No,
born.
not at '69. No, I was like 8 years old in
Yeah.
'69. But I'm saying that my older brothers had stopped. You know what I
Okay.
mean? But as the younger one, we was still like because it was younger brothers than us.
Yeah.
I mean, then my older brothers and so we stopped around like '74.
Oh,
like No
shit.
More War in '74 in the city of Philadelphia, and but it was ironic that this man that we never really heard of. We seen the fruit, the FOI and stuff like that, but we wasn't really trying to hear that. But the man, even though he spoke funny, he looked different, but it was just attractive, and from there it started.
Who was
But
the man? What man was that?
his name was the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I can say that's the only thing that made me stop gang war and most of my homies and stuff
I
like
have my own thoughts on him, but guess what? You're not the first one who say he stopped them from doing a lot of things that was corrupted back then. So I give props where the props is due, because although I don't believe in none of these religions at all, everybody that knows me knows that, but it has helped a lot of people, shape a lot of people, a lot of men, and take them out the streets.
Well,
So
it shaped a lot of remarkable men and women, if you ask me. But I'm not a member of the Nation of Islam now.
yeah,
But I can say that
yeah,
that's what stopped us, and we didn't really. And that was ironic because my mother, my father, none of that didn't matter to
Yeah.
me. You know what I mean? And it was a total stranger, and the common sense how he spoke to us and youth, that was powerful to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? We never met this man or whatever, but you know.
Well, that's dope. I
And then
mean,
it transformed, but you know what I mean. It started my quest for knowledge. You know what I mean, and soldiering and militancy and order and stuff like that. So it instilled a lot of things in me that was extremely agreeable. That's missing now.
right.
You know what I mean. So when you say aware, I mean, I guess, you know, we all have what is called this pre-encoded in our DNA. Set time.
Yeah.
Set things in your DNA.
Right.
You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? And they're going to explode. These are explosions at a preordained time. It's called your zero time reference. And when you have these explosions, no matter if you're a child or if you're closer to what you consider old age,
Right.
you know, when it happens, you know, it just keeps going if you pursue it. You know?
Absolutely. I mean, that's what I mean. More and more, I'm getting connected. My DNA is being activated, and I'm thankful. I'm grateful for the smallest things, man. But I couldn't imagine being here. I was just having this conversation with my son where I was like, man, you know, if I had been through this process 10 years ago, y'all wouldn't have been going trick or treating. Y'all wouldn't have been, you know, I would have been stopped drinking. I stopped drinking 2 years ago, but I would have been stopped drinking and all that shit, right? And some of my best memories was when I was faded. I can't even front, like with my friends and shit, getting drunk and doing dumb shit, like shit that you like, remember that night we was drunk and shit, and then this happened. So it's like I wouldn't take none of that back because those things
That's the point.
shaped me. Those things, you know, gave me good memories. And although I wouldn't do none of that shit now, but you know, I don't regret none of that. It was a ball. So I don't want to be like the bearer of bad news for you guys that are not quite ready to shake and wake, because guess what? I don't judge you, and guess what? You might not wake up this lifetime. You might get it next time. You know, we're energy, we recycle. So if you don't get it this time, whatever you are lacking this time around and you got to come back, you'll learn it next time around, hopefully. And if you don't get it then, you'll learn it the next time around. LL Cool motherfucking friend. This early motherfucker right here.
See, that's another thing.
Go ahead, let me hear your thought. Finish that thought, please, smart guy. I love to hear that.
See, back to your initial question. Everybody, you can lead the horse to the water, but you can't make them drink. See, that was the initial part of me soldiering, like to get the message to our people, like wake up. And so the sojourn has been trying, but I'm a servant to our people to a degree. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
But everybody ain't gonna go.
No, they not. Now I'm hip. So I don't even try to get them to go where I'm at now, though. because like I said, I went through the process of trying to shake everybody the fuck loose. Listen, they lying to us. They putting shit in our food, and shit in the air. I promise y'all, they lying. Everything. Stop voting. That shit don't mean nothing. They all the same gang. And I was like preaching to the choir. Like, listen, why do we gotta pay for a master? Why do we gotta pay for our savior? Why do we gotta pay for a God that's supposed to be all knowing and all loving, and we ain't even have money, ain't even exist back when he was supposed to be when he first created us. So what did we pay? What did we do to give homage, to pay homage to these
deities.
yeah, these gods that y'all serving? What did we do then when there was no money? What did we give them? So it's like it's so much bullshit involved, but I be trying to chill because I understand everybody's not going to get it this time, and what I'm needing is balance. I have to find balance in this so-called duality. You know what I'm saying? I need to be able to accept that they're fine where they're at. It's not their time to wake up. So yeah, welcome, Granddaddy SB.
Thank you. Welcome.
Always on time.
Thank you.
Just
Always
like
on
Jesus.
time.
He's a black Jesus.
Yeah, man. Emmanuel. Emmanuel is what they call me.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for sitting there with me, smart guy.
Appreciate you, brother. Moose too. So what's been going on, sister?
Yeah, well, I was just really talking to Moose Batu about how he's been awakened his whole entire life and trying to. I know it had to be hard in a world full of sleepers. You know what I'm saying? And you trying to tell motherfuckers this ain't right, and they really not hearing you. They think that you're crazy because you see what they don't. So I know for him to have to live through that, his duration had to be a little interesting.
Yeah, people may, question your decisions and your apparel, your religion,
right?
Even the way you walk and talk. And then you might try to blend. You might try to become what you call a tweener, so you don't stick out like a sore thumb. Because at the end of the day, everybody wants opportunity. Everybody wants some type of affirmation or affirmation that they exist and that their talents or that their thoughts is appreciated. So when you get caught up in all that, you can lose yourself spiritually, mentally, physically. So even if you was woke all your life, you still dealing in the world of sleep people. You know what I mean? So you're going to have to do with what you call code switching. You're going to have to know how to code switch while at the same time honoring your code.
Yeah. I mean, that's like that's what I say when I say you can, you live in the matrix, but you're not of it.
Be in the world, not of the world.
In it, not of it.
Like the OGs would say.
And I have to always shut the fuck up so much lately. Like, I just, because I can't talk to certain people now, so I just literally, they start talking about, God is good all the time. Yes, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have got this job. Nah, bitch, if it wasn't for you, you wouldn't have got the job because you're the one who had the credentials to get the job. You the one who had to go and work the other jobs to get the references for that job. And if you didn't, you wouldn't have it. And if you didn't get up and go to work every day and, do master's work, then they wouldn't give you credentials and then you wouldn't get, so it's you. It's you, boo-boo. But I just shut up. I'd be like, okay, all right, now, yes.
No, that's real right, man.
It's crazy though, cause I find myself just, I'm a talker, and then when I get in situations like that, now I'm just literally shifting to a whole new being, cause I gotta shut the fuck up so much.
Yeah, just some things you just gotta know when to let it go. Like, you gotta be like, okay, I'm putting so much energy in something that's nothing gonna exist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just all this energy. And nothing's coming out of it except somebody getting their ass whipped. So
pretty much, somebody's feelings getting hurt.
One way or another. So, only put your energy into what makes you feel good. And that sounds corny, and that sounds very cliche. And someone just was arguing with me like, you can't be positive all the time.
Yes, you can. Don't
Like,
tell
you
me
know
what the
what
fuck
I mean?
I can't. If you can be
Yeah.
negative all the fuck the time, why I can't be positive all the time?
And that's real rap, because, they try to make it look like I'm just talking this positive shit, right? They made me pull out all these credentials about how I've been outside since a young boy, just helping our people. Not just saying, why are people on crack? Why are people talk like that? Why are people act like that?
Right.
All right, I am our people, and I ask the fuck up sometimes, and somebody could have helped me, and sometimes they did, sometimes they didn't. Sometimes I'm listening, sometimes my fault for not fucking listening.
Exactly.
So with all that being said, play your role, Just
Don't let your role play you.
Don't be role playing. Just play your role.
Seriously, for real. But it's like, these people are so freaking programmed, you know what I mean? They literally, they're irritated when you're too positive all the time. And I cut people the fuck off. They call me trying to talk shit about people. I'd be like, oh, well, he is a good such and such. Well, he do come on time to this. He do show up on time.
Yeah. That's exactly what I said, because the lady keep, oh, you people in your 30s, this, that, and the third. I said, well, okay, can you tell me something positive about that demographic of people?
Right.
And can you tell me, and this is where I fucked up at. Can you tell me what do you have to work on within yourself?
How about that?
Start going on a tangent, still talking about people. Then get mad at me saying I'm cutting her off. Because you're off subject. Like,
Yeah.
I asked you, what can you do to improve yourself? And you throw back to saying how people ain't shit again.
Yes, you focused on people and you forgot to focus on yourself.
And if you start with yourself and everybody start with themselves, that's the whole world cracking.
Period. That is so real, because we all are one. You know what I'm saying? The mirror of ourselves. And a lot of shit that we see that these people that we hate and despise that these people do is because we do it too. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we do the very same shit that we are so irked that someone else does. You know what I mean? Because we don't look at our goddamn self. You got to look at the man in the mirror. Michael Jackson told us that. MJ said, I'm starting with the
man in the mirror.
Yeah.
Why, oh, why? When I did that in the studio this week, it came out clean.
Shit.
I ain't practiced my studio voice. Like, I can sing sometimes. Like,
I'm cracking up because I just played. Well, Toop just played a snippet of our new project that's coming out.
Oh, for real?
He played. Toop, you got that queued up? Because that'll be cute. Fran didn't get to hear himself on a good
singing. I sing now, ladies and gentlemen.
Motherfucking Fran Sinatra in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
First you wanna, now you wanna act like you don't want me. Can't tell by your reaction if you love me. Cause you're the one, the only one I love. I just wanna be with you with all that's going on.
I'm feeling like I'm unappreciated. We got the time for me. I just wanna go back where love used to be. I was there for you, you was there for me. I just wanna know what you like to have your love.
Yeah, you got roll your boat gently down the stream.
That's Fran Sinatra, y'all.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen.
Listen, the boy is definitely a singer now.
Yeah, I sing now.
Well, you can sing for the rest of your life. Sometimes people look after a while, they like, oh, that nigga still rapping, and they want to, even if you got bars, you get to a certain age, they want to start talking shit. Oh, he's still a rapper, he this and that. Oh, but guess what? You can sing for the rest of your
Real
fucking
shit.
life.
They be like, let me hear something. I'm going to be like, I'm spreading the news. I'm leaving today. Jack.
Jack.
Yeah, let's have a carrot on.
All right, so what do you want to talk about, man? The ball is in your court.
Well, what I want to talk about, this thing you call the Matrix, And I want to talk about everybody has their ability. they special power that they have if they want to get in tune with it. But they don't want to get in tune with it. They want to take the easy way out.
There's no easy way out the Matrix. I'm sorry to bust your bubble, but there's none.
Like, you could be a whole person that can build the rocket ship to get us the fuck out of here.
Exactly.
But you don't want to. You want to work at Rite Aid.
Right. For the master.
And no disrespect to those that work at Rite Aid.
Right, but I'm just saying.
I might need some Percocets.
No, you don't. You don't do no such thing. We don't glorify no bullshit.
Because we're trying to get to the moon now, and that goes with the rocket ship person that's the builder.
Sometimes I often wonder, what is it that makes you my best friend?
What is it? I think it's my brutal honesty,
No, sometimes, but sometimes it's just overwhelming. Because why the fuck would you talk? Why are we talking about Percocets when everybody's dying?
From Percocets?
Percocets? Heroin?
It's current events.
Oh, please.
Yo, you
Frank.
got to see, it's all one. Just like we all one, all these things that go on to us is all one. So just like the same way, we can't get a rocket ship to lead the earth, but we can get Percocets to lead the birth. This shit don't make sense, man.
Shut up.
Like, I'm just trying to make you think. Use your mind.
No.
Use your mind. Why I gotta spell it out? Why I gotta spell everything out?
I don't want to use my mind to be dumb.
Like,
Listen, as far as getting up out of this matrix, let me give y'all a little bit of a cheat sheet, right? So we don't die. I'm sorry to tell you this shit, but we don't fucking die. Our body, our vessels, just our rental cars, okay? We trade in our rental cars. Then we have to wait for a new one. But we don't fucking die. Our spirit goes on. We're energy. Energy does not die, okay? It just recycles over and over and over and over again. And if you're able to learn the things that you come down here to learn when your heart is weighed, when your rental car lease is up, and it's time for a new one. If you've done all the things that you needed to when you had that rental, if you treat that rental properly, no brute, no dents and all that shit.
you can ascend.
You can go to the next level. It's a fucking video game.
There's levels to this shit.
It's levels. So, and then you can literally create the next level that you go to. You can make it the most beautiful fucking experience you want. But you don't get that option if you don't learn what you're down here to learn. How do you learn? Ask Chougie, how do you learn when you come down here?
So when did you come down here, wise Chougie? How do you learn to ascend to the next level?
You have to do the shadow work. You have to go within. You have to learn exactly. In the mirror, though, There you go. You gotta learn. You gotta figure out the shit that you haven't been dealing with, and you gotta find balance in it. You can't be like, oh, I hate white people, because you fuck around and come back down here a white person.
All right, so what you think about this? Now, I know, like, I be talking about myself, right? Because I only know me like that, and I'm trying to get better, you feel me? So I don't know how to be talking about other people. That's some hater. But, I feel as though whatever was flaws or whatever I ain't like about myself, I made that a point in my life to make that the most important thing about me. So it's like when you watching 8 Mile and B-Rabbit, they be like, they just gonna talk about you from the trailer park. Like, all right, bet, what's solid, embrace it. So hence, Skinny Big Pop, they keep calling me all these skinny motherfuckers and all this, that, and the third. So you know what? Skinny Big Papa, baby, I'm not gonna go against the grain. You feel me? So when they coming with the negativity and they coming with the weapons, I'm get that out of here. Bulldozer, get you the fuck out of here. Excuse me. So you know what I mean? That's your armor. Don't let that be your weakness. That can be your armor or that could be your weakness. And that's part of not letting your own mental thoughts bind you in this matrix. You could be captive here and it could just be you mentally. You know what I mean? Well,
you answered your own fucking question, because that's what I was going to say. If if you're being judged on a regular basis and then you have to combat that, that could be one of the reasons why you back here. And then you're going to be handed a lot of situations where people are constantly judging you, so you can find that balance where you just ignore them. Who the fuck are they? We all down here trying to figure out what the fuck is going on.
Everybody
None
trying
of
to
us
get
got
it.
the answer, truly. I'm still trying to figure it out. You still trying. We all still trying to figure it the fuck out. Or we wouldn't be here, I don't think.
Yeah,
know?
everybody looking for something.
Yeah. So judgment is one of the things that can hold us here. We not supposed to be. We literally are supposed to live life without judgment.
Cause we animals and mammals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We definitely should do things with respect. But animals, like you don't see in the zoo like no gorilla trying to fuck no lion or nothing like that.
Right.
They can walk past each other. They got their own boundaries. You don't really see them like disrespecting each other's habitat and disrespecting each other's family.
True.
So if animals can know they play their position, why can't human beings?
Yeah, that's a good question. Because of judgment, number one, and it's so much hate. It's so much hate. It's so much. But if you can look at things and don't judge it, then you won't even hate it because you're not judging it. You know what I'm saying? So if
you just hate yourself, right?
you wouldn't even judge you.
Because no, I'm just saying, if you so judgmental and you hate something, do you somehow feel like that's a self-reflection of self-hate somewhere?
Absolutely. And anybody that just look around and just hate every motherfucking thing, obviously have issues that they need to lay on the couch and resolve. But that's a whole nother show, another topic.
Another topic.
But yeah, becoming judgment free, which is very hard. Like you can't look at some shit and not say, oh, especially having all your five senses working accurately. You can't look at something and they'll be like, oh, look at that, it's a red jacket, or oh, that looks nice, or oh, that's ugly, or whatever. But when you can actually look at something or just be, everything is what it is. We can't change any of it, for the most part. We can change some things, but we can't change everything. And when you can just like be in a situation and just accept it, everything that's going on around you, and just be without judgment, that is when you fucking win. And I'm still working on that.
Can I say something?
Absolutely.
I don't totally agree with that.
Okay.
You don't have to, brother.
No, we
reason
don't
I'm
want
saying that-
want everybody agreeing with us.
No, the reason I say that is because you have to use sound right judgment. You have to.
You
Even with people. So, I mean, the thing is I think that's the trick with the language.
yeah.
You can't be prejudiced, prejudging a nigga,
Okay.
or a person.
That's
You
a better
understand
way
what
to
I'm
put
saying?
it. That's a better
That's more
way.
politically correct.
Prejudice.
Because this is the whole thing. I think the so-called language, which is,
Lahaj.
well, you could say Lahaj, but this ain't even a language. This is more so like a dialect. So English is an amalgamation.
Right.
So you have Old English, Middle English, and Modern English. This is American.
Right.
So it's all a trick and a spell.
Absolutely.
So when you
Spelling
say
words.
things, when you say things, we do our best to be conscious. Like when you said that, I said, wow, you got to use sound right judgment in most instances,
Yeah.
or to the best of your ability. If
That's
not,
true.
you'll be a victim. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I say you could use your judgment, but do you see as a difference between judgment and being
judging.
judgmental?
Right.
Like, judgments, like, you have to have proper judgment. Like,
Okay.
I agree. I definitely understand.
So now,
I give you that.
See?
But being judgmental is, okay, this person stole. This motherfucker a thief.
Yeah.
No, they grandma probably was hungry shit that they need to get some bread. Now, if you just see this person just out there stealing shoes, socks, just, you know what I mean? But you might have saw this person steal some bread one day and had to say to family, you might just say this person a thief. Like, that's being judgmental because you don't know the conditions, you know what I'm saying, of that person. You feel me?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel
that's
both of y'all. I feel both of
I
y'all.
agree
both
with
of
that.
them. Yeah.
Judgmental is a different thing.
That's
because
prejudice.
dealing
That's a
with-
prejudice, ain't
That's
it?
dealing with the mental though. Like he said, he's seen something. So now he said in his mental. So he said, damn, okay, they a thief. He already, you know what I mean? He already deduced it. He came to their feet. Don't know why, but whatever, you know.
But it's like, who said that who? Yeah, I mean, it's so many.
So that's what I said with the judgment, but you do have to have proper judgment, and that's the thing about these words and these spelling words.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
And that's the whole thing. That
was my point, though.
Yeah.
That was basically.
Because you can keep
my point.
going with this shit.
But then that's how they get us. That's how they get us. Because in those courts, if you get those aren't even courts. They're actually courtrooms. I like another
That's
thing
their
you said.
businesses.
I like another thing you said. You
Corporations.
spoke about sovereignty in one of your songs.
Yeah.
But what is sovereignty to you? Do you know?
Sovereignty to me is being free in the mind, free in the body, free in the spirit, just free, not freedom, because there's nothing dumb about me. You know what I'm saying? And I say in a song, but to be free, truly free, without a master. You know what I'm saying? Living on my own land, growing my own herbs, growing my own food. You know, solar power. Water from the well, whatever.
Is that realistic? And I mean,
Yes, it is.
I'm saying
Absolutely.
without if I may finish, without governmental interference.
Yes, it is. It absolutely is. There's people living like that right now as we speak.
So, I mean, how do they live? Do they live independently like that?
Yeah.
Because I know they
Nationalists.
just paid the farmers all this money to burn their crops.
Right, and they fell for it. But see, if the farmers could have said, "Fuck no." Now what they would have did was put some shit in the air and probably killed them anyway. But guess what? That's still their land. You can't come up on their land and say anything because they own the land.
Can I say something to you? When you said sovereignty, I think the bedrock of sovereignty, although you can say freedom, I can understand freedom, but sovereignty entails one of the components. You have to have a allodial title, and that's real land, and them people don't have that.
That's
I
what
don't
I
care
just
what
said.
you say.
You know, just to own the land. You know what I'm saying? Not
Yeah,
just the property.
They think they own that land, but they don't. They if they're not just sanguineous, which mean by way of the blood, other than just Soleil, they can forget about it, and they may think that's why they still got mortgage. They say, "I own this land," whatever. They don't own that.
Yeah, no mortgage. If you have a mortgage, you don't own it.
Yeah, well,
I'm talking about buy land outright that's yours, that you can start your own religion, you can start your own government on.
Okay. Okay, but okay.
Like
how
buying,
can
like-
you start your own government?
Like
this,
once
this
you-
is the whole thing.
All right, this how you can start your own government. And it all starts by owning the land. Like, of
Right.
course, you can't start your government
Without land.
without owning your land in
Okay, if you
totality.
got the land.
Yeah.
Well, I'll figure that out once, I'm
So
still
it's
learning.
your land, right?
Right.
So you could start the government the way you want
However
in
you want
your
to do
land.
it. You can be
Now-
like, I want
That's
everybody
Matrix talk.
No, that's not
No, that's
Matrix.
real.
That's realistic. Like,
That's Matrix
if
talk. If
it's
you don't
my
have
no,
that-
this is my table. So on my table, I could put whatever I want on my table. If I don't want you to touch my table, if I don't want you having cups on my table, that's not going. You know why? Because it's my table. So since it's my table, I make the rules up.
And if
I
you
don't
pull up on
care
my table, I'ma
if
shoot
you think
you.
it's fair. I don't care if you think it's ethical. I don't care if we ain't all right and sign the Constitution. It's my table. I could do what I want.
on my table. And as long as I'm not murdering no one on my table, you know what I mean? Because that's the only thing that you can come and fuck with me on is murder. You know what I'm saying? As long as I'm not doing anything like
How
that.
many people you know will just go and set up shop somewhere in the streets without L&I?
That's in the streets. That
But where
means
you
that
gonna
they
be
still
at? Okay, you said on your own land.
right.
What's
You
the-
buy the land. You
Oh.
buy the lot. You buy the land. The actual land, not the properties. Property. Just because you have a property
What's
don't
going to
mean you own
secure
the
you
land.
from the police encroaching upon it? That's what I'm saying. You know.
Your
It's
own
illegal.
army and guns.
It's illegal, so you
Like-
gotta build whatever you need to build to keep the motherfuckers
if you
off.
want to be realistic, because you can do it, but just because it's poachers out there that want to like ball the block when you doing things like that, yeah, you get you an army and you get you some ratchets and you protect your fort.
Period.
That's simple, and that's what it comes down to. Then that's what it is.
Well, that's where I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying? That's
Protect
where
your
I'm at
fort.
with it.
Fortress.
Government, though. Yeah.
Protect your fort.
Yeah, I'm not. See, I have no fear for the government.
Like
I have
it.
zero fear for the government. See, like I said, the first thing, in order to have full sovereignty, the first thing you got to do is get sovereign within your mind. Because if you're not sovereign there first, then you're going to always feel like you defeated and that there's someone bigger and more powerful than you that can come and take what you got.
I agree with that.
And so I've already, put in stone that fuck them. They not coming to take nothing what I got. They not taking from me because when I get my land and I build on my land, I'm going to have motherfuckers surrounding my land that feel the same way I do. And if we got to die on that land, we'll be back.
I don't think,
And that's what it is.
but I was just simply trying to say it's a protocol, it's a process, but they will allow you to do that.
Fuck what they allow. Fuck what they allow,
That's
smart
the-
man. I don't listen. This is where I'm at. We got to get out the mindset of what these motherfuckers allow.
Okay,
Fuck
let me ask
them.
you this.
They ain't
Let me ask
mommy
you
and
this.
daddy.
They not
I'm
not
not
our
saying-
master. Fuck them.
Wait a minute, hold up.
Say it. So say it, smart man. Say fuck them, master. Say fuck the master, smart man. Say fuck him.
Nah, because we all got a master. That ain't my master though.
I don't got no fucking master.
It-
I'm my master.
Mastermind.
Well, have you mastered yourself already?
I'm learning.
Okay,
but
then
guess
you
what?
can call
I'm not
yourself
gonna-
master after you get to
No,
the,
I call myself my own leader. I'm not allowing nobody else to coax me. I'm not allowing nobody to make my decisions for me.
Oh, I understand, but I can understand that. But I was talking about you said that you're your own master.
I
so
am.
you can't learn nothing from me.
No, just saying like I'm the master of my own universe, master of my decisions. You
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
if you giving me something that I
so that's what
resonate
you
with,
saying. Okay.
yeah, if you giving me something I resonate with, then yes, I can learn and follow through with tutelage. But if you like drink this Kool-Aid, I don't like Kool-Aid.
No, we
you
ain't
know what I
talking
mean?
about that time.
But no, I'm
Yeah.
just
But
saying
that-
as
that-
far
that's-
as I'm
that's
just saying
kinda
as
like-
far as where she going from just making it.
That's plain intuition. I
Yeah.
mean, that's,
Yeah. Just making it
past,
simple.
I'm past the part where we've been defeated and we feel defeated by
Oh.
these motherfuckers. I'm past that. I'm beyond that.
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So I'm just saying I understand that part, but that's what I was saying.
Yeah, I know.
Something got to be in place.
I know he
We
talking
ain't-
about
the
as
stuff
far
ain't
as-
just gonna pop up like that. You have to have a way and a means. That's why
Right.
they got ways and means committee. That is not established. Shit ain't just gonna be magic. If they come down right now, boom, bang, 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 they already encroaching. I mean, we can say, all right, we got stuff for us individually, but for real, they
Yeah.
got tanks.
But you,
If
but
you don't
Yeah,
really
well, guess
have
what?
no
That's what I'm saying. I don't give a
sovereignty.
fuck about dying. See, I know that we coming back. I know that if I go and I go in the right way, then 9 times out of 10, I don't even have to come back to the same shit. I
Well,
can
you
build
don't
my
have to.
own.
You
I
don't
can
really have to
construct-
die. I mean, right now you got children and stuff like that. You got seed. I mean, we all.
She
gonna-
don't, she
I
don't
already-
give a
I
fuck.
brought them
already
here.
tried to talk to her about that.
I
So
brought
we
them
had
here.
talk like that.
I brought my kids
She,
here. My job
she
was
gang
to,
related.
my job was to get my kids here. That was my job. Whatever
all?
happened, and
Yeah.
that's
your
it.
job ain't to rear them and to give them guidance. And
As
No,
long
they
as I
grown ass
can.
men. That's up
No,
to them. Like,
as long as I can, as long as I can, as long as I can. But when
I had this talk with her
when it's
already.
my time to go, it's my time to go. Like when my job was to bring them to let that seed come down here so he can do what he needed to do here on this earth. Okay,
Overstood. I mean,
and
if
that's what I
way-
did. So now I'm gonna raise him. I'm a good ass mom.
I'm
But
not-
when it's time for me to go, I'm out. And I told my kids, don't get used to. You're not even supposed to be. You're not supposed to be used to or addicted. What do you call it? Like stuck on nothing. You're not supposed to be stuck on nothing on this planet. Nothing. You know what I mean? You love and you have feelings, yeah, but you're not supposed to hold on to nothing that fucking tough. Where if it's time for you to go, that you bitching up and like, all right, I'm gonna just go ahead and let the man tell me what the fuck to do because I don't want them to kill me. No, when it's my time to go, I'm out. I'll be back.
But you can steer that to a degree. Your own destiny. Be a master. Like you said, if you're a
I'm
master,
learning.
be a master. Well, that's what I'm talking about.
You know what I mean? I'm
You-
learning, but I'm not afraid.
Hang around and learn.
I don't
You know
have
what I mean?
I don't have fear. I don't have fear.
I'm not saying about fear, but you know, a fool can be brave, and I'm not implying that you're no fool, but you can, a fool can do. He can have a lot of heart and run into an ambush. You know what I'm saying? Because he
Yeah.
didn't want to think it out.
Well, guess what? If the fool run into the ambush, then
No,
He'll come
no,
back.
You ain't like that. You ain't like
no,
that.
she
I ain't
is,
going
bro.
for that.
I already went through I went through that with her already, bro. It's like that, bro.
Listen.
I was saying the same thing. What about the children? I was talking all that shit and all that. She like, that's why I take them to the range. I said, all right,
they go
cool,
to the range.
solid.
They know what they need to do, and as much as they love me, I tell them don't be addicted. Don't hold on so tight to nothing, because nothing is promised. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow's not promised for none of us. Shit, I can go in my sleep. I can go be in a bitch ass nigga in my sleep, all up snuggled up under my covers. You know what I'm saying? I can let the men tell me what the fuck to do, and they still fucking kill me.
I can appreciate the energy. I'm just, if I can get my opinion, I think it could be a little bit more focused. You dig me?
I mean, what I'm saying, I want my own land, and you.
No, ain't nothing wrong with your own land. But I'm just saying, you were saying sovereignty, and then I was saying what it start entailing about
when
real
it comes
sovereignty.
down to the sovereignty,
when you know some shit that they cannot fucking take. It's a protocol on how you can acquire it. And how, you know what I mean?
See,
other than them telling you that, it was really your land.
It's like, I
But
understand.
Yeah.
I understand both of y'all.
Exactly.
Right?
That's a whole nother time.
But
it was ours to begin
I'm
with.
saying, she don't give a fuck. Like, I think she even know what you're talking about. Is even
Gonna
far as
try to enjoy that land.
as far as
Gonna
the
get that land.
protocols, you know, as far as your clauses, as far as who your president, as far as who whatever, you gotta have all that. I'm just making a short story shorter. You gotta have some type of structure.
You think that shit?
That's all I'm saying.
No,
so when these people come, you can say this is the structure.
I've
You
been
feel
working
what I'm
on the
saying?
structure.
And this is the clause.
I'm
You
not
feel what
saying
I'm
all.
saying?
I'm not saying all what I've been working on here.
No, I
But I've been
understood,
working.
I'm
But yeah, we talked about
Yeah,
it, man.
okay.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I talked to her about those things.
I'm not afraid. Fuck
Yeah.
them. You know what I'm saying?
gangster.
Listen,
Yeah.
smart man. At the end of the day, you want me on your team, smart man, because we not sitting the fuck down to these people no more, man. We did that long enough. Our ancestors did it. You know, not all of them, but you know, for the most part, the ones that we was able to live and see, a lot of them sat down and did what Master wanted them to do. I'm not her. I don't like it. I don't want to listen. I got a problem with authority.
Authority. Respect my authority.
You know what I'm saying? So
I'm
at
not
the end of
saying
the
that
day, I want
they're
my
not my authority. Don't get that twisted. No time.
Polly and the gang up next.
Gang,
you know what I'm
gang,
saying?
gang.
But yeah, so it's just one of them type of situations where, you know, if you're not going to take what's yours, don't wait for them to give it to you. Ain't no savior coming. Nobody's coming to fucking rescue us. We are our own fucking saviors. The savior is inner me.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, what do we do? Where do we start? Do we keep saying, well, if we do that, they gonna come take it. If we do this, they gonna, because we can't even focus on what the fuck they gonna do.
First, you got to unify.
Absolutely.
That's the first thing.
So do you want you want parts of my land?
No, I mean it's cool that you acquired. You know
All
what I
right,
mean?
cool. At least I asked you. Don't say I ain't fucking asked you.
I appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's happening. I'm not
Yeah,
bullshitting you. You know what I'm
Understood, and I
saying?
don't think you are. In no
No.
means. You know what I mean?
Me and my kids is doing what we got to do. We taking care of it. Trust me. We on it. We got a lot of paperwork and things in progress. But, you know, at the end of the day, like I said, everything is not for the ear.
Well, still, and I didn't imply that it was, but you know what I mean?
I'm a very smart girl, smart man.
I know you are. I'm not that smart. That's the whole thing. You keep giving me this title.
No, you're very smart. But see, what happened was after all these fucking years of you knowing what was going on and seeing nobody has done anything about it, you became like compliant in that. Where you see, like, man, ain't nobody doing nothing. Ain't nobody gonna change this shit. Well, you just met a female that is willing to do whatever to change it. And it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we might be doing BeeChougie Podcast out of a motherfucking bungalow.
Out of Chougie land. Welcome to Chougie land.
I do want to correct one thing.
Go
before
ahead.
we go, since this is on air. I'm not compliant. You talking about I'm somewhat compliant. You got us all.
Well, I feel like I don't feel like
You're
you
being compliant to Max's paperwork.
Yeah.
She's saying it's my land. You come fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You saying, oh, you come, oh, you want to come in? Let me give you accurate
Let me show you what I got. Look, I got this
What
and
I
I got
to
that.
show you
Oh,
this.
bitch, I got this.
All right. If the police come,
yeah.
if somebody come to your house right now, if somebody come to your house, if them folks come to your house right now,
That's
and
still they
ask you-
land.
Okay, to you, no, I'm just saying if they come to your house, right
I gotta
now,
comply
it
if
ain't
they
no
come to my
difference.
house. It's still they
It ain't
It's their
land.
no
jurisdiction.
Uh,
It's not our jurisdiction. It's their
Right. It's
jurisdiction.
they shit.
okay,
We-
understand. Let me ask you something. Even on your land,
Well, depending on what they coming for. Because if they coming for some dumb shit, then we going to war. But go ahead.
if they come to your land, once they get on your porch, they can talk to you. Now,
They can't talk to me about shit.
They can talk to you, but you don't have to respond.
They can't talk to me about shit.
No, they can talk to you.
No, they can't talk to me
but
about shit.
you don't have to
They can talk
respond.
to you, and they can talk to you. They
Matrix
can't talk
talk.
to me about. No, that's not Matrix
Oh,
talk.
well, no, that's how I should
That's
do
not
it.
Matrix talk. That's me. That's how I feel. I'm not worried about.
See, that's emotion, honey.
That's not
all.
emotion. That's real.
I understand that, but at the same time, if they get on your property and at your door, what's going to reality happen? You have to talk to them.
I don't have to do shit.
Okay,
you
so-
on my
so-
land.
so if
Get
they
the fuck
knock on
off
your
my
door-
land.
Oh,
Fuck off my land.
okay.
Respectfully.
Okay.
I mean that shit from the I
I'm
mean that
almost
shit from my baby
humblest
toe.
Now-
voice.
Nigga, I mean that shit from my baby toe. Get the fuck off my land. I did all this fucking work to remove myself from your matrix. I did all this shit to be a fucking nationalist. You don't own me. You ran a lot of motherfuckers, but you don't run me. And if it's time for me to go, fuck it, I'll be back. And when I come back, I'm coming for y'all.
I'll say this. I'll say this.
Huh?
If you do that,
Yeah.
if you do that,
All your assets.
you pull out all their guns. If you
That
pull
must
out your
be
gun,
EA.
they're going to leave.
Listen.
And they'll have a bad taste in their mouth. And they'll come with all types of zoning.
Yeah.
Shit like
I
that.
don't care about that zoning. That's what I'm trying to tell you. See, that's what I'm saying. You keep
Yes.
on pulling me back. I'm getting the fuck out the matrix. You
Yeah,
keep
he
snatching me back
he
in that
keep-
motherfucker.
You keep coming up with clauses.
I don't fuck they claws.
jurisdiction,
Fuck Santa Claus and fuck
acts.
they claws. They
She
can
don't
take
care
them
about
claws.
acts,
Shuck
none
them up
of that
their ass.
shit, bro.
Seriously, they can
So-
shove all them claws up their ass.
So
I
you
don't
just
have
gonna-
any
so
fear.
you
I'm
might-
a-
You might as well just take the land. If
That's
it's
what-
like
Well,
That's
fuck it.
that's what is
Oh,
going on.
that's
Yeah,
facts.
then
I'm
you
saying,
get it. Then you
if
get
you ain't
it.
just taking the land,
That's
all that
facts.
other shit,
That's
it's going to
facts.
come into play.
Yeah.
So if you buying the land, that stuff won't, you know what I mean? That's going to come into play. But if you're taking the land, all that other shit, I said is moot.
All right, well,
You'll
fuck
be
it. You
able
ready to go
do it.
take some with me?
No, I ain't taking shit.
Oh,
I'm
all right.
Take
So listen,
land.
however, at the end of the at the end of the day, right? However, I secure this land, it's gonna be secure. We be back next week like we never left. But guess what? Stop being scared, man. Stop being fucking fearful. Man, get the fuck up off your ass and stop being fearful. I'm tired.